Hey everyone, I'm Cindy, the co-founder of Drift, and today I want to talk about how to survive these choppy market conditions and how to preserve capital so that you have enough dry powder to deploy in the next big bull run up. For context, we launched the biggest structured products on Solana that we call driftvaults. These vaults are third-party managed hedge funds that are fully on-chain and enable you to earn yield on your stables, your Bitcoin, Solana, even your LSTs like JitoSol and DriftSol. These vaults are a way for you to both gain exposure to other managers and other smart traders strategies, and also compound your yields by investing into things like funding rate ARBs, basis ARBs, JLP hedge strategies. All of these strategies help you preserve your capital without needing to set up a bot of your own and without needing to deploy these strategies on your own. You rely on the strategies run by institutional grade managers, and it enables anyone to deposit as low as $10 into these vaults. And from an IRR perspective, some of these strategies go between 10 to 100% annualized, which in this market is a lot. So I want to talk a little bit about traction since we launched. If you want a deeper dive into how vault mechanics work, you can take a look at the first video that I made. The vaults now have over $260 million in TVL and have generated about $15 million in P&L from inception. So it's been a pretty significant growth since the start. And it only points to the fact that we see a huge market for hedge fund managers to manage and raise from depositors like yourselves who are looking for safe delta neutral strategies to deposit into. So what I want to do today is to go through a couple of vaults and feature vaults from 3 different managers. Today I'll be featuring M1, Gauntlet, and Neutral Trade, 3 of our highest performing and best performing vaults that we have, who've also been on the platform for a long time. The last thing I'll mention before I dive into this is that vault yields and vault deposits are now incentivized by Fuel, which is our big loyalty program and points program where you can earn Fuel, which converts into drifts at the point of the second airdrop, which will happen around May, June this year. So if you're following along, make sure to use vaults as a way to hedge your bets in these choppy markets and protect your capital. The first strategies that I will be reviewing today are Gauntlet Plus strategies. These are recently launched and currently include strategies for JitoSol as well as DriftSol. So Gauntlet Plus strategies represents a different flavor of strategies from the traditional hedge JLP strategy, which are fully delta neutral and collateralized in stables. Gauntlet Plus strategies are strategies to represent a more directional approach to portfolio construction and are designed for this current choppy market condition that we're in today. Essentially, it asks the question of how can we generate sophisticated yield while not giving up our current upside. So with JitoSol Plus and DSol Plus vaults, you're actually depositing your JitoSol and DSol into these vaults, and you're keeping the yields of DSol and JitoSol, which are currently hovering at 5-6%, continuing to generate yields on top of this. These strategies target about a 5% APR on top of your JitoSol and DSol earnings. So it's beating the market rate significantly while allowing you to get exposure to Solana and Solana LSTs. So how this works is that these vaults allow you to keep your JitoSol DSol exposure while using Drift's cross-collateral system to enable these assets as cross-margined to be able to run assets like HLP, direct and inverse basis trades to continue earning yield on perps and spot financing. So think about it as the traditional HLP vaults. Ren had similar strategies, but kept in the form of stables. These strategies allow you to denominate in DSOL and GTOSOL while capturing the yield earned by those strategies too. These vaults are still pretty new and they're looking to target 5% APR. But if we look at Gauntlet's previous track record, they've always performed above market rates and have done very well in weathering these daily drawdowns. If you want to hold on to your GTOSOL and DSOL, give these vaults a try and let me know what you think. The last manager that I want to feature today is Neutral Trade. Neutral Trade just did an interview with us about a few weeks ago, so if you want more detailed insights into how they think as managers, please feel free to take a look at their video. Today, I'll quickly go through some of their vaults. They've been one of the longest running managers on our platform and have launched a variety of different strategies, including delta neutral strategies. They've launched some directional and trend following strategies. They've also launched some super staking strategies as well, alongside more creative strategies like Traders Direct, which helps to basically take the other side of liquidation fees of traders trading on Jupiter. So it essentially mirrors the opposite of what the average trader is taking on Jupiter and puts on that position as a counter trade. So this strategy has historically done pretty well. If we look at the vault details, it's done about 30% APR. Of course, this is a slightly riskier strategy given that the nature of it. You know, we're betting against it's not delta neutral, right? So in terms of the strategy, the max daily drawdown has looked something like 4%. But if you're looking for something higher risk and you are willing to bet against traders on Jupiter, this is the strategy for you. And just one of the many strategies that Neutral Trade is running. The other strategies that are interesting from Neutral Trade is the momentum strategies that I want to feature real quick. They also do have a delta neutral strategies, but given that there's more unique strategies out there like this momentum one, I want to quickly just talk about that. So this SOL momentum strategy essentially it's a trend following strategy for where SOL is going. If SOL is moving up, the strategy detects it. The trend of SOL is moving up. The strategy essentially longs extra Solana and helps manage that position. If SOL moves negative and goes down, the strategy switches positions and starts going short. And so it tracks the overall sentiment in the market and hopes to be able to front run the direction of these price movements, and uses a complex amount of data and modeling to detect whether the trend is going to move forward or the trend is going to reverse. These types of strategies are what typical hedge funds and portfolio managers spend all day thinking about. So having exposure to these strategies via our vaults product allows you to be able to track the price movements of SOL, long and short, win on both sides without needing to run a trading bot or a model of your own. It sounds much easier than it actually is, but these managers are the best in the game. They do all the research in the market and deliver that to you via our vaults product. So we're excited to see many more interesting strategies like these momentum strategies come up. This is just one example of a SOL momentum strategy, but there's people running this for Bitcoin, ETH, and other more volatile assets too. So we're building and we're seeing the emergence of a very diverse ecosystem full of different types of strategies back and forth. So overall, if you're looking for strategies to deposit into to preserve your capital during this bear market, look no further than strategy vaults on Drift. The final thing that I'll mention and announce today is that we launched a new qualifier called Verified Vault Managers to increase the security of the types of managers that we're bringing onto our platform. But for verified vault managers, they've completed extensive KYC background checks from the team, initial due diligence as well from the Drift protocol to ensure that these managers have completed KYB checks and are secure counterparties to move against. So this is the next step in our evolution to ensure that the experience on Drift is as secure and as trusted as depositing into a hedge fund, where traditionally you would have had to perform due diligence checks on each manager. This is important in our mission to provide you the safest and the most secure trading experience, extending that towards our third-party vaults as well. So yeah, I'll pause there today, and just want to say thank you for being such a big supporter of the Drift Vaults product. We've been very excited to see the traction grow over time, and we want to continue the growth by adding new markets, adding new vault products. If you're a fund manager or you run a hedge fund of your own, please reach out, and we'd love to have you as a verified vault manager as well. Thanks everyone.